My beloved, your time is almost over. I am your heavenly Father, and I say this not to startle you, but to wake you up. Did these words make your heart tremble? Did you experience regret? That stirring was not by chance, it was your soul's response to the truth it has always known deep within. Though this is not the ultimate moment, and the end has not yet arrived, that day will come. And I am not saying this to scare you, but to provide clarity, kindness, and to open your eyes to what actually matters before the sands of time fall for the final time in your hourglass. I was with you from the moment you took your first breath. I created you in a hidden location, weaving every cell, sculpting your thinking, and imprinting your soul with my heavenly presence. You are not an accident. You are not the outcome of unrelated circumstances. You are my creation and beloved. I've watched you develop, stumble, rise and stray. I've heard your laughter and collected your tears. Not a single minute of your existence has slipped my attention. And I was with you even during your darkest times. You may not have noticed me, but I was there. You might not have comprehended my quiet, but I was listening. You may have doubted my love, but I have never stopped loving you. You live in a world filled with noise, distractions, and artificial light. You seek things that vanish, cling to comforts that fade, and crave joys that leave you empty. And all the while, I've waited with wide arms, waiting for you to look at me, realize your true home, and return. I've spoken to you in whispers and cautions, beauty and brokenness. I have placed eternity in your heart so that even in the middle of your struggling, you will know that you were created for more than this brief life. And now I say plainly, your time is almost up. Don't mix my patience with forgetfulness. Do not suppose that my mercy means I will wait indefinitely. I delay not because I am sluggish to act, but because I want everyone to understand the truth. I desire for you to be with me, not as a servant or a stranger, but as a restored child, a redeemed soul, and a heart totally mine. However, the choice has always been yours. I will not compel you to love me. I will not compel your heart. I offer you freedom. The freedom to arrive, as well as the freedom to go. Don't wait for a better time, a more convenient season, or a moment when your life feels clean and organized. You can't fix yourself without me. You are not intended to. The healing, redemption, and peace you seek all begin with surrender. You do not have to be deserving. You just need to be willing. Willing to put down the masks, pride, excuses, and worries. Willing to admit, Father, I have wandered. Take me home. And I will. But I will. My arms are strong enough to bear your weight, no matter how heavy. My grace is sufficient to wash away any sin, no matter how black. My love is broad enough to encompass you. You are not disqualified, regardless of how far you have run. You are not completely broken. You're not too late. The enemy has whispered lies into your soul, but I am speaking truth over you today. You're still mine. My hands are not bound by your past. Your deviations do not ruin my goals. Your failings do not invalidate anything I have said about your life. I am the God who restores and makes all things new, including you. But you must make a decision. Not tomorrow. Not after one more indulgence, justification, or delay. Now, while the door is still open, your heart is still soft, and breath is still moving through your lungs, Hurry, because the day will come when the door will close, time will run out, and no one will be able to enter again. I say this not to scare you, but to rouse you from your sleep. For far too long, you have moved as if life is eternal. Death is remote, and judgment is a myth. But I tell you, the end comes quickly, like a robber in the night. And blessed are those who are prepared. Look around. Everything you see, every property, every award, and every fleeting joy will go. Your body will age. Your days will pass, leaving only your soul and your response to me. You were not created to live in shadows. You were built for light. You were not born to fade into obscurity. You were born to live in glory. You weren't called to roam aimlessly. You were meant to serve an eternal mission. But that purpose cannot be realized without me. No matter how much you achieve, how popular you become, how wealthy or powerful you become, you will never find peace unless you are rooted in me. And you know this deep within your spirit. You have a craving for something that can never be satisfied. You've tried. You've tasted and touched, acquired, and eaten. But the void persists. That is because you are thirsty for living water, which only I can provide. You are yearning for the truth in a world full with lies. And I am the truth. You are weary of bearing your misery, blame, and shame. And I offer relaxation. Not a fleeting respite, not a shallow comfort, but a calm that beyond all understanding, a rest for your spirit that this world cannot provide. I do not promise a trouble-free existence, but I do vow to never abandon you. I will protect you from the fire. I shall be your anchor in storms. In times of grief, I shall be your comfort. I do not abandon my kids. I go beside them. And when they are unable to walk, I carry them. You do not need to travel alone. You were never intended to. And, child, if you knew how many times I've defended you without your asking, if you knew how many tears I've shed over you, if you knew how much my heart has bled every time you believed you were unloved, unworthy, or unforgivable, you would run into my arms without hesitation. I've been waiting, not angry but with desire, not in censure but in compassion. Do not let pride separate you from me. Don't believe the idea that you have to be flawless before coming. The cross was never intended for those who were perfect. It was for sinners, each for the broken, the lost, and you. Every nail, wound, and drop of blood was freely shed so that you could be free. That was my only kid, the lamb killed before the world began. I provided him for you. That's how far my love extends. Will you reject that love? Will you ignore this call? Will you quiet the voice that is reaching for your heart right now? Or will you respond? Will you eventually say why yes? You don't need to know how the road will unfold. Simply take the first step. I'll see you there. I'll walk alongside you. I will repair what has been damaged. I'll take you through the valleys. I will raise you from the ashes. My spirit will reside within you, and you will experience life as you have never known it. You will taste joy, not the ephemeral sort that passes away, but the eternal kind that roots the spirit even in despair. I offer you forever. Not simply life after death, but life that begins today, filled with purpose, tranquility, and the knowledge that no matter what happens, you are mine and I am with you. I cannot promise that all of your problems will be solved, but I can assure you that you will never confront them alone. I'll strengthen, refine, and transform you from the inside out. I will use your life to write a new novel, one that represents my brilliance. Darling, listen to me now. For I speak again in the same voice that created the heavens and the earth, and in the same voice that brought your soul forth. You who walk on earth, getting breath from eternity. Pay close attention. Many people live as if time is their possession, as if seconds are theirs, as if the rising and setting of the sun is certain, and as if they have power over the pounding of their hearts. But I tell to you that no one can command time. No lady controls her own breath. These are gifts given to each soul for a time. And that season, while it may appear to last for a long time, is simply a vapor that will soon pass. Too many of you are taking this time for granted. You get up in the morning and go about your day without thinking about the end. You plan, construct, buy, celebrate, and distract yourself with unending noise, but you never stop to examine what is important. You fill your life with everything except me. And yet, you will return to me. The time is approaching when every soul shall stand before my throne. And on that day, you will not bring with you your rank, titles, wealth, or excuses. You will only bring your soul and a record of your actions with what I have given you. Don't you understand? Every moment gave me the opportunity to learn more about myself. Every breath was an invitation to walk alongside me. Every heartbeat was grace, a reminder that your life only has significance if it is rooted in me. But you've enabled the enemy to blind you. He has whispered lies into your spirit, telling you that this is all there is, that joy is found in rebellion, and that freedom is doing what feels good regardless of the cost. He has taught many people to distinguish between good and evil. He has portrayed the path of truth as small and monotonous, while the path of destruction as wide and thrilling. But I can see the end. I see something you do not. I see where the big road leads. It begins with pleasure, but ends in devastation. It is adorned with bright lights, yet underlying it lies a darkness so profound that it eats the spirit. And many continue to travel it without pausing, laughing, running, and insulting those who warn them of the danger ahead. However, when the fall begins, there will be no time to climb back. That moment will arrive quickly. The laughs will cease. The pride will crumble, and the soul will be left to account for the life it led. I'm not unjust. I am not a harsh judge. I don't condemn without reason. But I'm holy. I am truth. And I will be mocked. My laws are etched into the very fabric of your existence. You know deep down what is good and wrong. Even those who swear they do not believe in me cannot ignore the voice of conscience that cries out in the silence. You are made in my image. You were created to live in righteousness, purity, and love, not as monsters motivated by want, but as children fashioned by my spirit. However, many people prefer to live as if I am not watching. They devote their bodies to sin, their brains to vanity, and their souls to avarice. They cursed using the mouth I gave them. They destroy with the hands I fashioned. They exist not as sons and daughters, but as rebels, stubborn, self-righteous, and ungrateful. Then they wonder, where is God? I've always been here, but you wouldn't notice me. You wouldn't hear me. I'm speaking now not to humiliate you, but to awaken you. Because the day of reckoning is approaching, when the sky will split, the earth will quiver, and all humanity will congregate before my throne. On that day, your titles will mean nothing. Your followers, supporters, and acclaim will be mute. Your money will be blown away like dust. Your smart words will go. And I'll ask you one question. What did you do with what I gave you? Did you love me with your entire heart, soul, mind, and strength? Did you love your neighbor as you would yourself? Did you feed the hungry, clothe the naked, welcome strangers, or pay visits to prisoners? Have you forgiven those who have harmed you, blessed those who have cursed you, and prayed for those who despise you? Did you walk with humility? Did you seek peace? Have you kept yourself pure? Have you ever served others? Did you seek me out when no one was looking? You will be unable to lie. You will be unable to conceal. I understand every motive. I know every secret. I measure not by men's standards, but by the purity of my own heart. On that day, everything will become evident. You won't be compared to others. You will be assessed against what you were created to be. And many will grieve bitterly, not because I wanted to destroy them, but because they spurned my pity. They insulted my elegance. They hardened their hearts. Child, I do not want it for you. I don't want anyone to perish, but rather for everyone to repent. That is why I'm speaking to you now, while there is still time. That is why I am calling you away from the ways of the world. That is why I advise you to live life to the fullest, but not in the manner the world defines fullness. The world defines fullness as extravagance. I define fullness as obedience. The world believes that happiness may be attained through self-exaltation. I believe that joy is found in surrender. The world says to follow your heart. I say, follow me. You were not created to walk the path of Satan. You were not created to pursue ephemeral pleasures that end in death. You were not meant to be dominated by desire, fury, pride, or greed. You were created to be holy. You were designed for communion with me. You were created to be a light in the darkness and salt in an otherwise bland planet. You were designed to walk with me every day, hear my voice, and grow in love, truth, and justice. Don't waste what I've given you. Do not waste your limited time on things that will not last. Every hour you waste pursuing vanity is an hour you could have spent becoming the person you were designed to be. Every second you walk in sin, you go further away from my will and your joy. Satan provides sugar-coated poison. I offer living water. He offers you gold-painted chains. I provide freedom. He provides counterfeit love that is used and discarded. I provide love that restores and never let go. Look around. Signs are everywhere. The world groans beneath the burden of sin. Nations anger. Truth is trampled. Children are led astray. Violence erupts in the streets. Immorality is celebrated. My name is ridiculed. And yet I continue to extend my hand. I still call. I still wait. Because I'm not like men. I will not give up. I don't walk away. I delight in mercy rather than judgment. However, there is not much time left. This isn't a game. This is not a story to dismiss. This is your eternity. And once closed, the door will not open again. Just as the rain fell on the planet in Noah's day, sweeping those outside the ark away, so will my judgment come, and only those who believe in me will be safe. So live, my child. Live every moment fully, not for yourself or for sin, but for me. Every day should be lived with purpose. Love as much as I have loved you. Forgive freely. Give liberally. Speak truth. Flee from evil. Worship with spirit and truth. Protect your heart. Reflect on my words. Walk into the light. And if you fall, run to me, not away. I don't dislike the broken. I do not throw out the remorseful. I restore those who sincerely seek my assistance. Live as if today were your last, not in fear, but with wisdom. Celebrate the breath you've been given. Use your talents to benefit others. Let your life be a scent of holiness in a corrupt world. And keep your eyes fixed on what is eternal rather than what is seen. This life will come to an end, but I will stay. My pledges will stand. My reign will arrive, and I will gather my children around me. And there will be no more death, sadness, or grief, only pleasure, peace, and love forever. But those who chose the path of destruction, those who insulted my name, those who lived for themselves rather than me, will face the consequences of their decisions. Hell is not something I seek. It is the result of insurrection. It's the outcome of preferring darkness over light. It's real. It is final. And on that day, there will be no more opportunities. You can hear my voice now. Don't hurt you or you art. You are not promised tomorrow. What you do now will have long-term consequences. Choose life. Choose me. Lie completely but live rightly. Laugh, sing, build, create, and love, but do so with a surrendered heart to me. Can be in the world but not a part of it. Shine like lights in the dark, but be holy as I am holy. And when your time is up, don't be afraid, since you will be returning home. And I shall greet you as if you were a family member rather than a stranger. I'll say, well done, good and loyal servant. Enter the delight of your Lord. That day will be more spectacular than you can dream. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what I have planned for those who love me. So walk carefully, live meaningfully, love sincerely, forgive swiftly, worship me with all your being, and remember that time is a gift, but it is finite. Use it wisely. And when your last breath departs your body, let it be said that you live not for yourself, not for Satan, nor for this fleeting world, but for me, your Creator, Redeemer, and Father, for whom I am waiting. I'm watching. I'm voting. Come live. Come shine. Come, be mine. The door is now open. Walk through it to genuinely live. Amen.